Years from out of town, we're here now. Can we do this without mayhem?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Is it too late for me to be your father?
There's a lot more to being a father than just planting the seed.
Relax, you guys. We don't go around just indiscriminately executing people. I mean, we do from time to time.
What is that? For tonight. Shirt, shorts, it's all waiting for you in room 210 at the hotel. You be there by 7.
George, you think we're ever gonna live through this?
Oh, that's not the point. Getting you elected president of this union is the point. I'm a practical man. Life after, it's a philosophical question. It's none of my business. Look, I'm going over to the hotel. I gotta check the banquet setup. If you don't stop them, the waiters put out the apple pie when they're setting the table. Get some rest. It's in the schedule, 4:10 to 5:20. See you down there.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, perfect. Damn! Can you give me a lift? The rental car won't start. It's a dead battery or something. I don't need this.
Here. Take mine. I'll get a cab.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go on. You got work to do. Listen, I want to hold a press conference. Contingency plans anyway. Say Friday.
Should be no problem. We'll squeeze it in somewhere. Standard release?
No, not standard. I'll fill you in on it later.
You have the energy for an original thought? I'm not working you hard enough.
Get out of here.
In a couple of weeks and set up another time. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so on our way, we'll stop by and search the house for weapons.
On our way to what? Hey! Would you mind telling me what is so important that you feel compelled to clear my calendar from the 5th to the 9th?
And Lady Luck blows you a kiss? Go with it.
Congratulations, Simo family.
It's close enough. Look, the grand sweepstakes prize I know.
They mail out millions of these things. You have to sit in a hotel room until you buy a condo.
It's Vegas. It's free. And once we get there, we'll figure out a way to dodge the slides.
I think you should have looked at the map.
I know where Vegas is.
Mm-hmm. This isn't Caesar's palace.
What?
This is Caesar Rosenberg's Arroyo Estates.
Only half a tank away from the bustling downtown metropolis of Las Vegas.
Let me
It's
see
damn
that.
near in Utah, Rick.
I already confirmed our reservations.
Mr. Simon?
Yes, I'm A.J. Simon. This is my nemesis, Rick. Daniel C. Thacker, International Vice President. Ooh, LDUW, big union.
Well, third or fourth largest. Depends on who's counting.
Weren't you involved in that car bombing yesterday, the one where the lawyer got killed?
George Flax was killed in my car.
Please, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Weren't you there? No, the papers said you were there.
I was supposed to die, not George. That's police business. That's not why I'm here. My business with you is strictly private. It's about blackmail. See, my name wasn't always Dan Thacker, and well, that's why they're blackmailing me.
Okay, who'd Dan Thacker used to be?
20 years ago, my name was Eddie Blair. I had a wife, had a year-old baby daughter, a second John's commission in a Marine Reserve unit. Anyway, my unit was among the first to be activated to Vietnam, but I didn't make the muster. I lit out for Canada, and I left my family behind. It's not a very pretty story, is it?
We've heard worse. A lot of guys made that decision.
Why didn't Eddie Blair not take his family with him?
Well, he was going to. But, a year went by, he changed his name to Dan Thacker, and got a job, joined the union. All of a sudden, 20 years went by, and he found himself the international vice president.
So how much are they blackmailing?
George Flax was my campaign manager. I suppose the blackmailers think the rank and file don't want to draft Dodger as their president.
What do you think?
I don't care. I won't pay blackmail even if I could. What I'm going to do is hold a press conference in a few days. I'm going to lay it out. I might shine it up a bit.
Where do we come in?
I want you to find my ex-wife and daughter. I want you to tell them where I am now, who I am, and why. You know, see if there's anything they need. But more importantly, I want to see if my daughter will let me try to explain to her who I am.
Got any leads?
Friends? Relatives?
Her maiden name was Sandra Jefferson. A friend of hers gave me the last number he had on her, but it's 10 years old.
Local? It's no problem.
What are the chances that the blackmail attempt and the car bombing are tied together?
I can't make the connection. You don't blackmail somebody and then kill them before the payoff. I mean, there's got to be another reason.
How long is your list of enemies?
Too long. By one.
see Sandra Jefferson?
Not a chance.
Oh, good. Wasn't sure we had the right address. Would you please tell her that it is a private family matter?
Yeah, well, her idea of private don't include you. We? I'm Mr. Bad. My little friend here is Mr. Worse.
If you two don't bug off, we're gonna fold you up along the dotted lines and...
These guys are just leaving, Miss Mavis.
We're here to discuss something with Sandra Jefferson. You related?
Yeah, I'm a daughter. What's this about?
It's about your father.
He's dead.
My mother and Sid Gretchen, our almost ever-present family counselor. Rick and A.J. Simon, private investigators. This is
Rick.
And this is A.J. Do be nice and make me a drink, Sid. They're here about dear old Daddy. Or should I say, my real dear old Daddy.
Drinks, gentlemen, as long as Sydney's up.
Oh, no.
Not for me, thank you.
Then may I ask how you found me?
We had an old telephone number. Just a question of hunt and peck.
I changed the phones after his death when I went back to using my maiden name, Jefferson.
Sandra, don't feel obligated to explain. I'd like to know who these men represent.
We were retained by your first husband, who now calls himself Dan Thacker. Right. He joined the union, rose through its ranks, and now he is running for the international presidency of that union.
Someone's blackmailing him. They want $100,000 from him.
Mavis, I'm sorry it's being dropped on you like a hammer. Is he going to pay?
No, he's going to hold a press conference and lay it all out. That's why he wanted us to find you, to let you know what his plans were and see if there was anything that you needed, but I don't suppose there is.
That dirty. Did he also tell you what really happened 20 years ago? How he left me and my one-year-old daughter with $39.43. And we damn near starved. You go tell Mr. Dan Thacker. I don't have to. They get the message.
Yes, ma'am.
You tell Mr. Thacker I'll meet with him. Here. And I'll convince him. And if he won't, then I'll pay his damn blackmail. And that's the way it's going to be.
Bye.
Thank you.
Johnny Delaport. Johnny to bounce.
I know.
1 minute we're working on a simple case of desertion, the next minute we're tangling with a Mickey Mouse mob. And that woman in there is running us. Well, that's what they're called.
I don't like to be called
At
that.
least it's beginning to make some sense. You know who favors car bombings for the big kiss-off, don't you?
The Mickey Mouse mob, they've never been into murder.
What do you think, they're in olive oil?
Tell him he owes me that much.
Well, look, like we told your mom, we'll try and get him here this afternoon.
No, I want to see him alone.
It's gonna have to be afterward.
Fine. But tonight, I'll come to him. 7:30?
We'll tell him. If that's what he wants, we'll set it up.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
5 seconds. Make it 4.
Okay. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Hi. Buy you guys a cup of coffee? Sure. Can we ride in the back like somebody important? If you were important, you could.
Who the hell are those two guys? Hey, look, I don't care what Dan Thacker does, but right now it's too tricky to have those two guys sticking their fingers in the spokes. If they do, cut them off.
A beauty town. There are things back here that I've never even heard of in most third world countries. What is this for?
Makes ice cream.
Makes ice cream?
Now, what in the hell do you two guys have in common with the widow Delaport?
Her ex-husband? Her first ex-husband. What's your interest?
Oh, rumors and whispers from back east. The mob biggies back there are not too happy with... Would you turn that off, please? They aren't happy with their West Coast operation since Johnny Delaport died. They're afraid of a takeover bid. Somebody's trying to unseat Sandra, and so are we. That's why I'm watching her place.
I think it's better and better. First the Mickey Mouse mob, now the real mob. Is there any chance that that Union car bombing and the rest of it are tied together?
Why make that connection?
Yeah.
So far as we know, Delaport wasn't tied into that union or any other. Who's her ex-husband?
Daniel C. Thacker.
If it turns out that it fits in, we'll give you all of it. You got any leads?
Well, Dan Thacker is the odds-on favorite to win the election. Although we're working on a theory that someone in the union doesn't want him to.
Give you something else to go on. Sandra's lawyer is a very sharp item named Gretchen. Sidney Gretchen. Very edgy, very protective. There might be meat on those bones.
Anything else you hear, I'd like to have it. You could be looking at big trouble here. A mob war, power grab. If you hear of any mysterious strangers dropping by the widow Delaports, especially one named Agonestes, let me know. Just might save a life.
Would you put that down?
Done all right.
You like that, I'll bet. Takes you off the hook. Yeah, I've done all right. Enough to pay off your blackmail.
Nobody pays any blackmail.
And you are damn sure not gonna show up here like some bad penny after all these years and humiliate my daughter and me. I won't have it, Eddie.
Name's Thacker now. Dan Thacker.
I know what it is I've known for years.
I'm sure we can all discuss this and reach some amicable understanding.
What do you mean by knowing all these years?
You don't think Johnny Del...
Over the years, I lost a little perspective. I blame myself too much. You wouldn't be trying to blackmail me in some strange way, would you?
Don't be ridiculous.
You know, AJ, there's nothing in our files that's gonna help. We don't do business with the Johnsons about once a year.
Well, I'd be happier if you never had to deal with organized crime at all. Well, this isn't helping. Are you sure it isn't a blood stain?
No, ma'am, that's wine.
Ah, jeez. Snake Eyes, walk in here backwards so we can at least think you're leaving.
Hey, man, what's happening, dudes? Long time no see. Ooh, who's the little lady?
That's our mom.
Oh, wow, man, that gets a fix on my heart.
How on earth are you wearing all those rings?
Be careful, Mom. You don't want to get too close to him, or he'll be wearing your rings, too.
Go easy, bud. I'm a mobile jewelry store, Mama. I deal in red metal. You see anything you like?
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Don't get so close.
Check it out, Mama.
Is there any particular reason that you've slithered in here today?
Advice for a Price Incorporated. Remember me?
Yeah.
Word has reached my corporate offices that you are seeking info about one Mr. Agonistes.
Yeah?
Think of me as your favorite charity. For Agonistes, one of Detroit's favorite sons, began his career as a tailor. A tailor in the sense that he could make a cement vest fit anybody. You with me so far, man?
Yes.
It wasn't long before the boys felt so good about Mr. Agonistes that they made him their ace troubleshooter. When Mr. Agonistes comes to town, there's trouble. When he leaves, there isn't any.
What's this?
Law books.
What?
Law books.
I don't know anything about any law books.
Menji knows about books. Menji must need to deliver books. I have no time to explain this.
Wait, you can't just go in there.
Thank you very much indeed.
No, you don't understand. You cannot be in here.
Well, if you desire these books on your desk, that is fine with Menji. Menji has work to do.
No,
Stupid.
not on my desk.
Hey, Menji, what are you doing? Come on, what's the hold up here?
Hold up.
No, Menji! Oh, no.
Well, I am terribly sorry, but this lady here, for some reason, desires these books.
What is going on in here, lady? I got a job to do, lady. You got a job to do. Everybody does their job. I can be at the Bolorama by 7 o'clock tonight. It's the league playoffs, finals. Okay,
Yeah,
so don't give me a
very big
hard
truck,
time.
very much work to do. Menji, quit now. Take a nap.
No,
No,
not now.
no, Menji, not here. No, oh. Menji, please wake up. Menji, oh, will you get me some help, please? Oh, no, look, look, lady, get me some help. Come on, he did this in the doctor's office at Chula Vista. Give me some help, all right? There's something wrong with him, please.
Yeah, I'll get some boys for a minute.
Yeah, call a nurse. No, get a doctor or something. So I gotta hand it to Carlos. Who else get us 100 law books in short notice?
Oh, look at this. The Dittman packing plant case. That was mob money, wasn't it?
Yep. Here we go.
Hmm.
At the Delaport file. Ooh, files.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna grab a fistful.
Look at this. The Dusenberry school supply ripoff. 20 scratchings in every nasty business in town. He's the mob's very own Perry Mason.
Yep.
Why is this door locked? Open it now.
Sorry, must have gotten stuck.
I just called Mr. Grayson's office in purchasing, and he hasn't ordered any books.
No books. No books, that is very fine. Much more work for Menji. Now I go take a nap in the truck. I have had it with you.
Gretchen? These books are supposed to be for Gonzalez. Hector Gonzalez, Mexican divorce law. Hey, Menji! No, don't quit now. What's this guy gonna do with Spanish law books? Hey, I got my phone and a fat lot of good it's gonna do us. I mean, Gretchen's no Boy Scout, but there's nothing in there that's gonna get him disbarred.
Yeah, that's about right. And yet he is the lawyer of choice for the local syndicate. They've had him on a retainer for the past 11 years. Hard not to get painted with that brush.
It's not impossible. He kept Johnny Delaporte out of jail through perfectly legal means. He'll probably do the same thing for Sandra.
I pronounce this food...
Control. Why are you working double shifts? Why are you eating plastic food? Why are bombs going off?
Sandra and Thacker just had a good cat fight and reaffirmed their everlasting dislike for each other.
It'd be better. They're already hearing the war drums back east. You can count on it.
It'll all be over in 24 hours. I sent Thacker a message that the blackmailer wants a meeting tonight. Thacker's not our problem. Those Simon brothers are. They barged right in here and pilfered my files. They can only prove he said he didn't know. And Sandra has already admitted to knowing him. It'll work. It's all in here. Sandra didn't want the public scrutiny he was going to bring her. It's a good case. Good enough so that our friends back east will cut her loose like that.
They might want to turn a lot of us loose like that. I'm starting to think it's going to cost you more.
Fair enough. You both get 5% of the rake as soon as we own the Mickey Mouse Mob. Fair enough? You packed?
Always. But why?
Because you're going to have to lay low for a while until the smoke clears. You're going to kill Dan Thacker.
So if the East Coast mob has sent their main troubleshooter out here...
The cops are watching your ex, expecting trouble.
And there's likely going to be some. Or some more.
Yeah, but trying to hit me with a car bomb, it doesn't make sense. I didn't know Sandra was married to Johnny Delaporte until today.
That makes sense. We just don't know how. When we figure it out, my bet is it's going to tie back into the blackmail.
Oh, yeah. The blackmailer called. He wants to meet tonight at 8 o'clock. Here's the place. I'd like you two to meet him for me. It'd be cleaner that way. And I don't care what Sandra says. I don't pay blackmail. You tell him that. And if he doesn't believe it, convince him. Okay?
Okay. We're not going to get rough for you, though. Not unless he starts something.
No. When do I get to see my daughter?
7:30 tonight. Your hotel room. Hello?
Hello. I'm Mavis. I go by the last name of Delaporte.
I don't know quite what to say.
How about come in?
Oh, sorry. Sure, please. did you want to see me alone?
I know my mother. She had a lot of things to say to you. I just want to make sure I got equal time. I don't know why I'm here exactly. Just to see you without anything going on around me, I guess.
Is there anything I could say to you that... What I mean, is there anything that I could do to make up for how I failed you?
Yes. You can listen to a few names my mother might not have gotten around to calling you. Like coward. And rat. And a poor excuse for a parent. Yeah, I'd like to say all the things that all the cliches one might expect to hear in this situation. Damn it, I felt them long enough.
I'm well aware of that.
Yeah, well, there's a lot more to being a father than just planting the seed.
Is it too late for me to be your father?
Yes! I don't know.
Table over there. Second one.
All right, now just remember, he's going to be surprised when he gets close enough to recognize you. That's when I'm going to slip in behind him. Do it. Just like a dozen other times, huh? Smitty, you want to do it?
No, get set. Go on.
I got 5 of 8. What have you got?
5 of 8. You ever stop and think about how weird blackmailers are?
As opposed to what? Killers? Bank robbers?
No, wait. You think about it. Essentially, what a blackmailer does is he steals your privacy and then he tries to sell it back to you. Since we're in the privacy protection business, we're sort of natural enemies.
That's nice, Rick. You can tell that to the blackmailer we're just about to meet. Hey. What is that?
It's a fellow with a gun, AJ.
Thank you, Rick.
Sandra's bodyguards. Blackmailer?
Well, either we do or we don't.
We do.
Police finished putting this jigsaw together. They're gonna have enough to indict Sandra Delaporte. I guess he was double-crossing her, working a little blackmail on his own she didn't know about. Uh-oh. Hurry, hurry.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Hi, Susie. It's me.
Hi, AJ. Put your hands on top of your head.
Susie!
Friend of yours?
Tell me something else.
Whatever you want to know.
How many years would you get if I turned you into the Marines for desertion?
Not an hour, not a day. It was all fixed a long time ago. Friendly administration, capable attorneys, plus a few thousand hours of community service.
You're just like her, aren't you? I wanted to hurt you. I also wanted to understand you.
That might take a while.
Can we do this without mayhem?
I wouldn't have it any other way. My name is Agonistes, but you can call me sir. I was wondering if we might have a chat about Mrs. Delaporte. Please, sit down. My colleagues and I are out here from the Eastern Seaboard making what you might call a careful business assessment.
Takeover?
Not necessarily. We're merely conducting a management survey, and since you've had recent dealings with Mrs. Delaporte, well...
You want to know what we know?
Precisely.
Well, you do know what they're calling the Delaporte outfit.
Late husband. The nickname's been around for a while, and Mrs. Delaporte seems like she's pretty competent.
Oh, yeah. She could handle herself against the ropes.
How reassuring. Then you say that there's no need for executive action on our part.
Excuse me. For one thing, I'm not giving advice to a syndicate hitman, sir.
And for another...
Which often tempers judgment.
So you want our totally objective assessment?
Of course.
Don't kill her.
Don't even think about it. And now, guys, it's been a full night.
It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, thanks for the advice. But for what it's worth, I'm not here to kill anybody.
Oh, good.
I'm just here to see that the Mickey Mopses don't start killing each other. It's bad for them, us, even you. Good night.
Next time, knock. Please.
Oh, I thought you'd be here before now.
Who's in here with Thacker? Homicide?
We told him down in the park. We left Thacker in here 20 minutes before the murder.
With his daughter.
Reed Muscle. He was apparently trying to peddle some stuff that could tie her into the car bombing.
And blackmailing Thacker?
Maybe, but whoever killed him left with all the blackmail stuff.
You decided whether Mrs. Delaporte lives or dies.
How'd you know that?
Mr. Agonistes asked our opinion.
Yours? Why the hell yours?
We have a very good reputation.
Tom, tell you what. You give us 5, maybe say 10 minutes with our client, and then we will meet you anywhere you say. Give you everything we've got.
Everything?
Everything, absolutely.
See you in about 30 minutes at the chocolate block.
Well, they don't think she killed him.
There was some stuff left behind that might incriminate her.
My mother is everything you have to be to fill the shoes of a guy like Johnny the Bounce. But she's not a killer.
We don't think she is. I'm just trying to tell you how it's shaping up.
Mavis, look, you may be tough enough to go it alone, but I'm not. I need all the help I can get. Are you guys going to stay with it?
Yeah, we're staying with it. It's gonna have to be a team effort. Mavis?
Yes. What do you need to know?
Your mother's bodyguards. The man who was killed and the other guy. Who hired them?
My mother's lawyer, Sid Gretchen. He always handled all the details since Johnny died.
Well, we have to go talk to Lieutenant Brown down at the station, so.
We'll get together with you tomorrow and go over what we know.
Walk you to your car?
No, I'll be fine.
Good night.
Yeah, thank you. Good night. What's he like? Teleport.
Johnny? Johnny really wasn't very bright. But Mother is, and Johnny depended on her and her lawyer for advice. Tell me one more thing. What's the real reason you deserted my mother?
I was against the war in Vietnam, 1, and I didn't want to get shot up or killed, 2, and 3. Your mother and I should have never been married in the first place.
Well, there are some days that I can't stand her either.
Sure.
Don't move. Freeze right there, real slow. Put your hands on top of your head. Up, pretty boy. Come over here. Put your hands on a van. Hands on the side of the van. At no time does this gun leave your brother's back, cowboy, so nothing smart, okay?
All right. Got a 44 Magnum under the left shoulder.
All right, take it out real slow with your left hand. Pass it back to me, butt first. That's it. All right, how about you?
357 in my right waist.
Oh, yeah. Okay, open the van. Not you, you. Come on, right in the middle of his back. Climb in there. Go on, cowboy. Let's go. Welcome to the Sandra condominiums, another Delaport interest. I picked him up outside Thacker's hotel.
Hey, put your hands back in your pocket.
My nose itches. You mind?
No.
Hey!
Feel better?
A lot better, thank you. Happened to Sandra?
The cops picked her up, took her in. She was screaming her head off for a lawyer, so I told her I'd come and look for you.
Well, we'll see what I can do for her after we finish up here.
This is never gonna work, Gretchen. The cops aren't gonna pin your man's murder on her.
It's not my man. She paid him. The cops think she tried to get Thacker with a bomb. Why wouldn't they believe that she'd go after the blackmailer who was double-crossing her? Anything to keep it from going public.
That's not a sure thing.
Well, if the cops turn her loose, the publicity will ruin her. And if Thacker goes ahead with the press conference that we blackmailed him into, all the better. You see, you have to understand that back east, they are very, very nervous about bad publicity. And as Sandra's legal counsel, I can almost make sure that she will be indicted for the murder of that young union attorney.
Agonistes will never buy it.
Nice try, but Agonistes is back in New Jersey, 3,000 miles away.
Wrong. Agonistes is out here. He's taking a survey. As a matter of fact, he talked to us. He wanted our opinion of Mrs. Delaporte's managerial capabilities. And we gave her a AAA rating.
AAA plus? Odd, he didn't even ask about you. It was like you didn't even exist.
See, the only thing that Agonistes is interested in is results. Good management. And with you two gone, we can put the lid back on tight. Agonistes are like that. Do it. Then steal a car and put their bodies in Lot D at the airport. I'll call Agonistes and give him a report.
Mind if I ask you a question first? Tell me something, fish face. What was it like to knife your buddy?
The time it takes to shoot me, he's gonna kill your boss. It's a real nasty hole.
Let him go or I'll shoot.
I don't want to be a bad sport or anything, but if this Neanderthal shoots me, kill him.
Don't do it, Rick. Don't do it!
Well, West owes the East.
The East and the West Coast agree on one thing. You're nowhere. Both of you get in the car. Not you two, you're not going anywhere. Car.
I don't understand.
Clearly. That's why I have a need to explain your options to you. Now we'll go someplace where I can make it perfectly clear. Relax, you guys. I have no quarrel with you. Besides, people are always giving us a bad rap. I mean, we don't go around just indiscriminately executing people. I mean, we do it from time to time. But there's always a good reason. Like I said, you've got good reputation.
He explains he does a very good job of it.
Oh, yeah. I think he presented Gretchen with a choice that wasn't a choice. So.
Thank you.
Sure. That was the easy part. I wish I could buy a new start with my daughter.
You might have.
Here, please sit down.
Thank you.
How's your mother, other than mad at you?
Oh, she always lands on her feet. As I was walking out, she was on the phone with some bigwheel. Phrases like venture capital and cash flow.
Did I have anything to do with your fight?
You were to try.